Hey, Steph Infection.
Yes.
Did you know that Hokum means nonsense, humbug, or foolish and untrue ideas?
No, I do now.
I wonder what that says about this movie.
Welcome to Deadsville.
Greetings, Boo Believers. Welcome to Deadsville Horror Talk. I'm your host, Ronin James. To my left, the lovely Steph Infection.
Hello, Scream Hearts.
And we are here today to talk about the 2026 folk horror movie, Hokum. And we missed this one in the theater.
Yeah.
Mostly my fault. Because...
Totally your fault. I asked repeatedly for 2 weeks so we could go.
I am not a fan of folk horror. Usually when folk anything is used, it usually turns me off. I'm not a folksy person. I don't usually. I mean, folk horror to me, like Midsommar and some of the more like.
That's like cult horror, I feel like.
I don't know. Folk stories. They're based on folk stories is where it comes from. And a lot of times they bore me. I'm sorry. I'm not a big folk horror fan.
He doesn't give it a chance even.
Well, I made a mistake with this movie for sure. But this is also more than just a folk horror movie.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it. We're going to break down our spoiler-free review first, and then we'll get into details in our digging deeper section and talk more about what we liked, didn't like, worked, didn't work. And
we'll break it all down.
Yes. Before that, though, we'll give you a little bit about us. I am Deadsville's Ronin James. I've been a stuntman for over 20 years. You've seen me in a lot of superhero stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Netflix The Punisher, Amazon's The Tick. I was a stunt double on Gotham and a bunch of other stuff. So you have definitely seen me out there before. Get my ass kicked, shot, blown up, unalived, crash cars, jumping out windows, riding wires, all that fun stuff. I've done it.
Yes, you have.
And now I'm here to talk about it. And to my left, Steph Infection has been doing this for about 8 years now. She doesn't ride wires. Well,
I was
she
just
did
going to say
wires once.
It's funny you said that because I was going to be like, I did all the same stuff as him. No, not really. But I have rode wires.
You have rode the wires. We did, every once in a while we do a little stunt training, and Steph Infection got to.
Not even just there. I did it when we did the trauma set.
You did you did the first test for Lloyd on that trauma set where we discovered that it wasn't working.
Our weight, which we weighed the same, was not working, and now we almost took down an entire house.
But yes, Steph and I have been working together over the last 7-8 years, creating content, doing this podcast, and we also have a short film, Amityville Barbie versus the Evil Deados. It's on it's in film festivals now. It just won some more awards.
Yes.
It's very well received, and if you join our Patreon, you can check it out.
Yeah.
What's the Patreon address? Patreon.com/
Deadsville Productions. Yeah, you can just search Deadsville.
We keep it simple. It's either Deadsville Productions or Deadsville 13. You can find us, perfect segue, on all the social medias under that moniker. And make sure that you subscribe, ding the bell if you're watching on YouTube so that you get notified whenever we upload new content. And yes, we like to try and do new movies that are in the theaters as a priority first. And then sometimes we'll go to streaming if we run out of new stuff. And then we'll dig deeper into the crates and into the VHS tapes for some 80s schlocky fun if we run out of things to review in the present, but
which might be coming soon.
We'll see.
Like we'll see what we get.
We'll see. We've got. I have something I want to watch. We'll let you know. I told Steph Infection the other day.
I don't even know what it is.
I have something in mind. And yes. I'll give you a hint. If you're a James Gunn fan, this movie is from I think it's the 90s, and it stars Michael Rooker. And he plays a priest.
Okay.
So that's all I'm going to tell you. But yes, that's going to be our retro kind of VHS rewind movie that we will check out. Maybe we'll watch it later tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what time we get done this.
All right, Mom. I know, we have an early bedtime. We have school tomorrow.
I have work at 7 a.m. Yes.
All right, come on.
don't.
Then focus. Hokum is what we're here for. And yes, nonsense, humbug, foolish, untrue ideas. There's nothing untrue about Deadsville Horror Talk. So make sure you listen, like, subscribe.
All that stuff.
Get onto the streaming platforms. We're everywhere now. We caved and actually went to the one place we hated, but just temporarily as we try and bring in some more followers. So tell your friends to follow Deadsville Horror Talk.
Yes, please. Family, friends, everyone.
Get into it, Steph Infection. Give us that synopsis for Hokum 2026.
Okay. When novelist Owen Bowman, who is Adam Scott, by the way, retreats to a remote inn to scatter his parents' ashes, he is consumed by tales of a witch haunting the honeymoon suite. Disturbing visions and a shocking disappearance forces him to confront dark corners of his past.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So our writer on Hokum is Damian McCarthy, who is also our director. And, well, we know Damian McCarthy. Well, we haven't watched them per se, but I know horror fans know Damian McCarthy for 2024's Oddity and 2020's Caveat. Yes. So I have not watched either of those. I want to give Oddity a shot because I've heard really good things about Oddity.
We'll have to check that one out.
But again, I heard it was like a slow burn kind of thing and artsy-ish. So
you just ought to...
Necessarily my thing.
But I would consider this one too, and it was...
I know, but we're going to get into why it stands out.
Well, you guys got to give it a chance to see.
But yes, Damian McCarthy, Irish descent, Irish director. This one's shot in Ireland as well, and fully Irish cast, and I assume crew, with the exception of Adam Scott, who is the one big name that we know that's in the cast here.
Did you read somewhere that it was a full Irish crew?
Well, I would have suspected it's a full
And cast?
Irish crew.
Like
It's
everyone?
full- everybody's Irish.
Yeah.
Everybody except Adam Scott is Irish.
I just wasn't sure if anyone,
And I would suspect that he hires all his local crew.
would
He's
assume-
not flying crew over from.
No, but I don't know.
But he makes his movies in Ireland, so he's an Irish filmmaker. But again, and his other movies have gotten decent critical praise. But I think for this one, they had a bigger budget and they wanted to bring in a Hollywood face to get that bigger Hollywood, more mass appeal, and it worked.
I think he was the perfect cast for that too.
He's great. Adam Scott's an awesome actor. I've loved him. God. Step Brothers.
I know that was
That's
probably the
his
first
one big
when
breakout
he's the
role.
asshole
The asshole
brother.
brother in Step Brothers. He just plays an ass, and he plays an asshole in this one. He's just such a good asshole.
Yeah. Now in Severance, he's very like monotone, kind of. He goes back and forth between,
Yeah, I haven't watched, but I've heard it's a different character.
I don't know if it is very slow, that show, but it hooks you like by the end of it. But
Yeah,
I think it might be too slow for you.
Probably.
But it's very good. But he plays that character so well.
Yeah, I mean, we're jumping now. We've kind of jumped from our director into our cast already, but it's kind of, the two go hand in hand. Just because I feel like McCarthy came up with the story, but I think Adam Scott is the one who really sells the character. And really helps immerse the audience into McCarthy's story, especially for a wider, worldwide audience that is more, open, that's more used to like Hollywood, and nothing against the Irish accent, but
Actually, I was surprised it wasn't that.
it wasn't as bad. Yeah,
Because it's probably Northern Ireland. Was it Northern Ireland?
They, a lot of times when we watch some of these Irish movies, I'm like, can we
really
turn the
south.
subtitles on?
No, it was. But
sometimes.
actors usually, yeah. I don't know.
But Adam Scott definitely lends a lot of gravitas to the role. The role itself, he's an asshole writer who is like struggling to finish a book.
Yes.
His parents are both dead. He decides to come As we said in the synopsis, he's going to scatter his parents' ashes. I mean, let's talk in addition to before we finish with the cast, I should say. Another key element of this is the setting. They shot this at like some really old building, I suspect. Like they found a real location.
They're all really old buildings in Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland. But this is like a real location. Now maybe, you know, the dumbwaiter and some of the other stuff that is worked in here is built, you know, off location for certain things to take place. But the sets are fucking gorgeous. They lend themselves really well to like the gothic and folksy atmospheric storytelling that we're doing. Yeah, it's just really like.
And they were down in West Cork. That's where so it's basically all the way at the bottom, right on the coast.
The bottom of Ireland.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just made for great set design, really interesting, you know, and that's probably another big reason why, even if you have like a movie that maybe moves at a slower pace, if you have really interesting set design, art design, all kinds of stuff going on, you know, filling the frame for your eye to take in, then the slower pacing doesn't feel as slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas something like, I don't want to pick on anything, but if I go to like when we watched Exit 8,
yeah.
Or if I go to watch not Exit 9, go to watch Backrooms in a theater, and it's just all the same background the whole time, you're running out of stuff to look at. If that winds up being a slow burn, then it's
we haven't seen it, so we can't
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's where something like this, there was so like the sets and everything else, it was just all really, really nice and very like gothic folk.
So that estate is called Lizard Estate, and it is a 400-year-old historic manor located in Skibbereen, which I'm assuming, and that's kind of what I was saying. At the south you go, the more north you go, that's where you can't understand them. So I was like, I know it's not up north. Yeah, so, and then they did have a film studios at for some things.
Yeah,
but
I
it
figured
looked
like the stuff in the basement, stuff in the dumbwaiter, because I get the building's 400 years old, but to have a functional dumbwaiter, especially one that you can get some of these shots.
Oh, yeah.
You're not getting that. So that I suspect, the scenes where they're doing the dumbwaiter stuff and the basement stuff, but the building itself, outside, inside, the actual suite, the honeymoon suite and stuff like that, I bet you that's all actual part of that estate. That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to our cast. We do have some more cast in here. So again, Adam Scott plays Ohm Bauman, and he's really good. Obviously, we've talked about that. We've got Peter Coonan as Mal, and he is the manager. I guess.
I get you would say manager.
Bed and breakfast that they go to, that Adam Scott goes to. David Wilmot plays Jerry. And Jerry was one of my favorite characters. Jerry's like the crazy hippie guy in the woods. He's just like the crazy Ralph, but he's actually like, he sees everything.
Yeah.
And he's just a fun character and really well played by David Wilmot. I don't know if he's done anything else.
Well, he was like, I guess, living in the woods, but his
the character, I'm talking about the
well, that's what I mean.
Actor, writer, and soundtrack. So he's done some music as well. Nothing I really recognize him besides Hokum, though.
No, I don't see anything.
Again, most likely Irish actor. So we have Florence Urdesh, who plays Fiona. And Fiona was good. She was a very likable character. Will O'Connell plays Albie. He's the one that's also a aspiring writer, where we get a taste of Ohm's dickishness.
Oh, completely dickishness.
He fanboys a bit towards him.
And he won't, he's just rude to him.
But I mean, you're not going to recognize any of these other characters in here. Adam Scott's your main draw here, obviously. And if you enjoy the previous offerings from Damian McCarthy, then you've been looking forward to this. If you've seen the trailer, the one thing you probably do know, the imagery of the I thought it was a rabbit guy, but it's actually a a mule man. It's a jackass. It's a
They call
donkey man.
they said it was a woman.
Woman, this thing that comes
Yeah,
in.
it's the witch.
No, that's not the witch. I'm not talking about that. That's not the witch. That's the. We'll get into it.
Okay, because
But you
I
see,
read something completely different about that imagery.
that the you've seen it with the big bug eyes. It's a character from a child's TV show that he has as one of his core memories that he keeps flashing back to, and I guess yeah, we'll get into it. But that's where a lot of people thought it was a donkey. I thought it was not a donkey. Thought it was a rabbit. I
Yeah,
thought it
me
was a
too.
rabbit at first too, but yeah, I've read somewhere it's a donkey.
Oh,
It's an ass.
okay.
So, all right. Our splatometer. Check that off real quick. We didn't have
I
the
don't think
splat.
there was anything.
There was no splat in this one.
Maybe you give it a 1 because there's one scene like in there where I don't know. There's some
There's
blood.
no. Is there blood?
I think no, there wasn't.
No. There's
Yeah,
no
never
blood.
mind. There's 0.
Yeah, there's no blood in this one. This one
trying to
is
think of the-
definitely just a supernatural, like haunted
Thriller mystery.
kind
It's
of.
kind of
Yeah,
like
folks.
a whole.
Well, yeah, that's what we'll get into that next. Our first takes, because that's kind of what I want to talk about too. Like when you see a lot of this, you just think, okay, folk horror. We're gonna have like a tale of a witch, but there's more to it. But yeah, splatometer, it's like a 0. There's no splat.
Yeah, no, nothing. There's no splat. 0
But
splat.
scareometer, the jump scares were really good. Let's do a scareometer for this one.
Or a jumpometer. How do we do this? Because scare.
I think scareometer works. It flows better. Jumpometer, yeah. Let's go scareometer. Flows better off the tongue. If you guys have a better idea out there, feel free to leave a comment.
Yeah.
But for now, scareometer. I thought they did a really good job with the jump scares in this one.
Oh yeah.
Like they set stuff up and subverted your expectations, like with the jump scares, because there were spots where you usually get the stereotypical or the cliche jump scare that you're expecting, and that's not where it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens later, and you're just like, oh man!
I know. And even just creepiness.
As soon as you let your guard down, and you're like, oh, we're not doing that? Oh shit, we're doing that instead. That's what it felt like when some of these scares. So
Yeah, it was good. It was done well.
yeah, and the tension, they did a really good job of building the tension in this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go like
You just give the number because I can't even gauge these
I'm
things.
gonna say like a 7.5 or an 8. I feel like
Wow, that's high.
because the jump they were good. Like it's maybe not. There was a bunch of them. There was a bunch, and it never felt like overdone. Like some of the Conjuring movies, sometimes it feels like they're overdoing it.
Well,
they
if you're
keep using the same ones over and over.
If you're only talking jump scares, I feel like that's high. If you're just talking scareometer in general, and it's just creepiness and
yeah,
plus the jump scares.
I'm talking
then-
jump scares though. I think it was pretty good on the jump scares.
Okay.
I thought that was like there were some really good ones in here. I like Damian McCarthy's tension building techniques and the way he uses some of the cliche jump scares to set you up and subvert.
I
your
feel like you have something in your head
Get
and-
you with something else. Oh yeah, we're
particular-
totally going to get to it. There's
I
a couple
know,
of them, but there's
'cause
one in particular
I can see
where
it on your
man,
face
it was
and I
just
don't know
so
what you're talking
good. It
about.
was so good.
I have
All right,
to
yeah,
be
I can't wait to get
reminded.
the spoilers. All right, let's do our spoiler-free first takes. Steph Infection, you want to go
Sure.
first?
Yeah, I thought I wanted to see this in the theater because I think it would have been a hell of a lot better. But it was creepy in all like the right ways, and even though it was slow, which I don't mind a slow burn, but it wasn't like entirely slow, and it just had this creepy kind of vibe, and you had a mystery aspect of it that I really liked, where you didn't know what was going on. So you're trying to, figure out what's going on in your head, and you're trying, by the end of the movie, it's almost like a fever dream at one point, and you don't know what's real, what's fake, but then it all comes together at the end. I don't know. There was like all these connecting dots that
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the drugs aspect of it either.
well, we're not there yet. We
But
can't.
that's a part of the movie. I mean, people know there's drugs involved.
I didn't know before I watched it.
Yeah, okay.
At all.
I guess so. Yeah, true. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry
But
to interrupt, but go ahead.
yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it was creepy enough. I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10 because I just enjoyed it a lot. So Yeah, without giving anything away, because I don't need to. It was,
Yeah.
I strongly recommend seeing it if you didn't.
All right. And yeah, I'm in like the same, but I think I gave it an 8.5 as well on Facebook when I did my review. And on,
I think you gave 8.
did I go 8? All
I
right. So,
just checked.
okay. All right. So yeah, that's why I figured I was around an 8 or an 8.5. All right. Yeah, I'll stay with 8 then. I really like this way more than I expected to. Now I am a big fan of Adam Scott, so it had a very, I mean, I expected him to pull me in because he usually does, even when he just does small parts like in The Monkey and stuff. Like the fact that he kicked off The Monkey had me buy into the movie in that first scene. And even though I wasn't familiar with the actor who wound up playing the main character, I'd already bought into the movie because Adam Scott does such a good job. So,
Yeah.
I have expectations for him, but I really expected not to be into this movie and for it to be too slow. But I shit you not, once it started, I was in. I was just like, man, this is good. All right. And again, the sets are great. The fact that this is shot on location in Ireland at this really old estate, the cinematography is amazing. The lighting, all the technical aspects of this thing, the tension building in the script, the writing of the script is also really solid. There's just so much here that's done well. There was only a couple things, and again, like we've already talked about the drugs, and you know, I feel like some of the drug stuff muddied the water a little bit.
Okay, yeah, so
Where
that I didn't know about that. I don't know if that's
yeah,
a
and we'll get into
spoiler.
more of it. So I feel like some of that is why I like, you know, I mean, I still had a couple questions. There were still some questions that I had no script. I have yet to find a perfect script out there, but yeah, for a movie that I turned down seeing in the theater because I thought I was going to fall asleep, I was on the edge of my seat for this one, and I loved it, man. 8 out of 10, Hokum. So far, it's one of my probably top 5 of the year. As far
And
as
he
horror
would
movies go.
not go to the theater to see it with me. I kept going. I really,
I highly recommend watching it streaming now. We rented it on Amazon, and I think it's somewhere else there where you can stream it. But yeah, man, even if you don't like folk horror, and that was my thing too. I will say this before, because this isn't really spoilery. This isn't a spoiler thing. It's a folk horror movie. So the folk horror that this is based on is not a real folk tale. And I enjoy that because I feel like that's probably one of the reasons that I get a little turned off by folk horror, because when you have a folk tale and you're basing something on a real folk tale, then you have a strict set of guidelines that you have to follow.
Yeah.
And
you can't take no liberties.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't take less liberties. It's a lot easier to leave plot holes behind than for me to point stuff out and pick your script apart. When you just come up with whatever this little, like we get a little taste of what this folklore is here, he made it up himself. So there are no rules.
Exactly.
The rules are what they are. But, you know, we'll get into it. There are certain things where I was like, okay, because that was one of the reasons an 8 instead of 10, because there were some questions I had. Sometimes the supernatural entity seems like it can do certain things, and in others it seems like it can't for some reason.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
I
why
agree.
doesn't it just do that? Because it just did that.
Yeah. I agree.
So there are some spots, but overall, man, outstanding. I look forward to what Damien McCarthy does next, because this is really good. I want to watch it again now that we're talking about it, because I'm just like, man, this is such a good movie. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Steph gives it an 8.5 out of 10. We both highly recommend checking out Hokum. You can rent it on Amazon Prime, and it may be streaming somewhere else. If you know, you can leave us a comment. All right. That is going to... Oh, let's do our Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I got that.
I always forget. We after the spoiler free section, we do Rotten Tomatoes now.
Yes.
Lay it on us.
All right, so the tomatometer is a 90% with critics, and the popcorn meter for the audience is an 82%.
Huh, interesting.
It's never like, I
know,
feel like it's rarely
that
higher on the critic side.
But yeah, the critics recognize the quality of this film. But yeah, I mean, 82, there's nothing wrong with an 82 either. The critic consensus, a classic haunted house story enriched with atmospheric folklore and perfectly timed shocks. Hokum further solidifies writer-director Damian McCarthy as a modern master of horror. Nails it.
Mm-hmm.
And the audience says Adam Scott plays the perfect detestable prick in Hokum.
Yes.
A gripping atmospheric folk horror that trades a bit of pacing for some truly effective jump scares.
And from what I've read just in the critics, the only thing that people were bringing it down, and they're saying it's not like a negative, but it's just because it's that it's not like an original story, you know, that there's something, I mean, it's original in the sense of, in some ways, but you know, you have a witch, you have the spooky something haunted.
Well, it's a traditional
you
haunted
have it,
house
yeah.
story,
So that's the only
like
thing.
they said, a classic haunted house story.
Yeah.
But you're just ramping it up to 11.
But that's the only thing that I've seen is like, if I had to take something away, it'd be this, but not really, you know?
Yep. All right. Yeah, I mean, the audience and critics both agree. We all agree here, and you should check out Hokum.
Definitely. And I'll never let you live it down that you didn't go to the theater.